But we have to serve the look, ladies. We have to get back to prioritizing sexy, prioritizing being glam. Because otherwise, like, what are the future girls? The girls that are little girls right now, and they look back on this era and they want to be inspired just like we're inspired by the girls from the early 2000s and the 90s. What are they going to say about us? We have to give it. The girls are back in their 2010s pop star era, and honestly, I love that for us. Let's just be real and keep it all the way above. Y'all been a little bit too comfortable over these last 1, 2, 3 years, okay? And what I mean by that, and when I say y'all, I'm talking to me too. The girls were starting to prioritize being casual over being cunt, being comfortable over being sexy. It was all about the 50 million ways to dress up athleisures and wearing aloe sets to the clubs and the hookah lounges, and everybody was so obsessed with those little sensible kitten heels. Girl, throw them away. If you're in your 20s like me, and especially if you are in your 30s, we need to be documenting our prime. The era of comfort over everything is over, and I am so relieved. Spring summer 2026 is about one thing and one thing only, and that is prioritizing being sexy and bringing back the arts of everyday fantasy when it comes to our glam and when it comes to our fashion. We are trading in our lounge sets for the tight, skin tight bandage dresses. We're trading in our flats for our ultra high platforms and sexy statement heels. And my favorite is finally we're ditching that clean girl, no makeup look for full on editorial glam. I'm so happy we're back. So the first trend is going to be that hyper sexy aesthetic and the return of the bandage dress. In the past few years, we were super obsessed with that early Y2K aesthetic. So like the velour jogging suits, the low-rise denim and baby tees and things like that. It just felt a little bit more cute casual. Now I'm starting to see it shift to that 2010s high glam aesthetic. When I think of this era, I think of bandage dresses. I think of those super tall triple platform pumps that the girls used to wear to the club. I think of super bold colors and colorful makeup like Candy Yum Yum that the girls were wearing with no lip liner. And you see on social media how everybody has been obsessed with 2016. 2016 was a part of the 2010s era. And the prime years for that 2010s era was between 2012 and 2016. And I vividly remember being like a tween going into like a teenager in those years and seeing all of the it girls like Black China, Amber Rose, Miracle Watts, Drea Michelle, all of those girls, and how they dressed up and romanticized going out, going to the club, going to their club hostings, and just looking like super glam, super feminine, super put together from head to toe. Being sexy and being glamorous is what really defined that era. Bandage dresses were already like a big thing in the 90s in the era of like Earth Ledger, and I vividly remember some of my favorite pictures of Tyra Banks walking some of those shows. But we really saw that trend come back in 2010 and 2012, and now it's circling back again with current brands starting to carry on the trend. You can do the bandage dresses with the platform pumps. You can do a bandage dress style with like a very tall single sole sandal heel, and then you can also do bandage tops and micro mini skirts. Honestly, bandage tops are my favorite thing to wear because I have on one right now, and I feel like it just accentuates the décolleté and the cleavage. That's my favorite thing to accentuate on my body, and it's like a great way to look sexy but still classy and feminine at the same time. And that's always my vibe, is to be classy but very, very sexy at the same time. Now let's talk about where to shop. If you want some very cute bandage dresses that still feel current and fashion forward, House of CB is going to be your number one choice. They have, I would say, the widest variety of bandage dresses and bandage tops right now. Also, retrofits. If you're looking for like dresses for a special occasion or something like that, and you really want to opt for like higher quality, 1000% recommend retrofit. And also, baby, just go back to the original. Earth Ledger has designed some current style of bandage dresses, and honestly, he's the person that started this whole thing, and that's who does it best. So if you can afford to splurge on some Earth Ledger, I went on the site and not all of it is very expensive. If you can afford retrofit, I feel like you can afford to shop Earth Ledger. So this is definitely a trend that I think that you should experiment with this summer. Even if you're a person who is a bit self-conscious about like maybe your body type, what I love about the bandage dress, it just really snatches you in, holds you up together in all the right places. I feel like it's super versatile and most body types can pull this off, whether you're skinny, thick, plus size. Like all the girls need to at least try this trend in a top, in a dress, or whatever. Like it's gonna look so good. Okay, so the next trend is gonna be neons over neutrals. So unless you have been living under a rock or you've been taking a social media break, you've seen how 2016 makeup has been exploding all over the internet. Everybody has been in this super nostalgic mood of just bringing back 2016 glam with the cut creases, with the super pigmented colors, and honestly I've been living for it. And I really think that that resurgence of 2016 makeup is what's giving us the confidence to play in color again and move away from that clean girl makeup aesthetic that had us in a chokehold. When I think about 2016 makeup, I vividly think about Keisha Kayor and that bright blue lipstick. But what's currently trending right now in beauty and makeup in 2026 is the glam that Sophie Snow, I believe that's how you pronounce her name, the glam that Sophie Snow has been doing for Zara Larsson. It still incorporates those bold, bright, fun neon colors from 2016. But it also refines it in a way that feels editorial but still wearable for every day. It's giving us everyday women the confidence to really pull back out those old eyeshadow palettes and really start playing in color again and just figuring out different ways to make makeup wearable but still fun and editorial. I would say out of everything, this is a trend that I'm honestly most excited about. So let's talk where to shop. Okay, starting with just makeup. Blend Bunny, which is a brand that I found on TikTok Shop, actually has some really great color palettes with a lot of vibrant neon colors and every single color that you need in one palette to create like 500 different looks. I really love that. But honestly, girl, just dust off all your old eyeshadow palettes. They still good. There's plenty of places that you can find very colorful eyeshadow palettes. Definitely the Made by Mitchell color case pigments. Pro tip, that really is the key to getting your makeup to look very vibrant, especially if you have deeper darker skin tones like me. I'm a caramel skin girl, so if I just use a pigment straight out of the palette, I would have to use a lot of it for it to be bold and vibrant how I want to. But when I put the Made by Mitchell or any type of like liquid pigment on my eye first, that's how you get that really bold bright color payoff. So that's the key to like creating a lot of these colorful high glam editorial looks. Moving on to where to shop for clothing, Jaded London has always had a pretty neutral color palette when it came to the clothes. Like the silhouettes and stuff gave very much cunt and sexy, but the color palette was always pretty neutral. But I just went on their website like a few days ago, and their new spring summer collection is down. Super bright blues, greens, yellows, pinks that I think are just sickening. But of course, I am Gia. I have really been keeping my eye on this brand called Knee High. I'll put it on the screen. I think that's how you pronounce it. But they just have some really fun, young, sexy, cunty silhouettes. Seda the label. Definitely check out that brand. I'll put some inspo on the screen. And yeah, so these are all of the places that you should shop for if you want to ditch the neutrals and experiment with like brighter colors and sexier silhouettes for this spring and summer. The third trend is editorial accents, specifically talking about statement jewelry and fashion jewelry. And I feel like a lot of people are used to thinking of jewelry as something personal, so like heirlooms that are passed down, or like a customized bracelet stack like you see the girls wearing with the Cartier bracelets, or the ring stacks, a personalized necklace that you wear every day. That people got out of the practice of just like having fun with fashion accessories and really experimenting with statement accessories and making a statement with jewelry. It's no longer the afterthought, but it's becoming a focal point of the outfit. And when I think about creators like Black Lily or Shanae Walker, it almost feels like they start with their accessories first and then create the outfit around the accessories. And you can really use statement jewelry to elevate an outfit and give it that editorial high fashion touch, even if you're just an everyday girl. So this is the part of the video where I give you a style challenge. This video style challenge is to start with some statement accessories. I don't care if it's like earrings like what I have on, some super big gaudy rings, some big bold bangles, whatever you want to do. Start with the accessories and then build the outfit around the accessories, and then tag me in it so I can see. Okay, so now let's get into where to shop for these amazing, beautiful, bold accessories. I love these type of accessories, but I was only able to ever find like super unique pieces like this, like even my rings that I always get compliments on. But these are from Shein, girl, because literally no other place besides Shein and Akira carries stuff like this that's this unique and this different. And so I just asked my TikTok, and one of my followers named Kelly told me about a brand name, Koi. And I don't know if this is an African, like Nigerian brand, but it gives that type of vibe, like that type of artisan vibe, and I absolutely love it. And the price is great. I think it's no more than 200 bucks, and that's what I'm looking for, like a high contemporary jewelry brand that still gives you that quality, so it's not cheaply made, it doesn't tarnish, but not super expensive as well. The next brand I found, honestly, Instagram ads recommends me the best brands. I shop a lot off of brands that I find on Instagram ads, and I don't honestly feel scared or anything from it. Instagram knows my style at this point, and they know what type of looks and fashion brands that I already interact with, and they're very good at suggesting me stuff that they'll know that I like. Elusive Jewels is one of those brands. It's honestly very inexpensive. From what I'm looking at, this is going to be one of my go-to for just like bold statement editorial rings and earrings and things like that. Like they just really get it. Like they have a very like rock star, pop star aesthetic, and if you know me, you know that I love to mix metals. That is like my absolute favorite thing, and they have a lot of great mixed metal pieces that I'm excited to try and experiment with. So definitely give Elusive Jewels a try. And the best thing about this is I think one of the rings I want is like $35. So it's not like if you order this and it's not what you want that you like are out of $300 or something crazy. Like it's a very affordable price point. Alexis Bittar, I already knew about Alexis Bittar again from way back in the day from an Instagram ad, and then of course all of the campaigns that they've been doing with like La Roche and things like that. But also it's sold at Neiman Marcus. I was able to go in store and just see how the quality feels in person, and honestly I love it. They have some of the most bold, high glam jewelry pieces that I've ever seen. If you don't like a super, I don't even want to say gaudy because that has a negative connotation to it, but if you are not like a high glam, like maximalist girl when it comes to jewelry, you may not like this brand, but I personally love it. I love the super large like necklaces. I love the sculptural bangles that they have, and honestly I think the price point is phenomenal, especially for jewelry that's just gonna last you more than a few wears. I don't mind paying $200 for a bangle if I know that I'm gonna have it for years and years, you know what I mean? So Alexis Bittar is definitely one of my #1 recommendations when it comes to like bold statement jewelry. And then if you don't really love like big, bold, like chunky jewelry, but you still want something that feels fun and whimsical, people sleep on Swarovski, and I just feel like they have some of the best, most fun, most unique jewelry pieces for an affordable price. Like I haven't bought anything from Swarovski that was over $300 for a pair of earrings, a pair of like bracelets or necklaces and things like that. And the recent collection that they just dropped with Ariana Grande with the butterflies, I'll insert some pictures on the screen. Oh baby, 10s across the board. Swarovski to me is like the leaders in jewelry design when it comes to contemporary jewelry. Like that is going to be the highest quality jewelry that you can get for an affordable price point, and I just think that they do it so well. The final trend that we're going to be talking about today are statement platforms and sculptural heels, and I want nothing more than for my sisters to be released from the shackles of kitten heels. Girl, throw those away. Now, if you just want to feel a little cunt while walking to the mailbox or going to the grocery store, or if you got kids, you know, just putting on something sexy and cute but still comfy to go pick the kids up, then sure. But to go out, or when you're styling a real outfit, baby, let's put the heels on. Put the heels on. I'm going to say something to you and I need you to listen very closely, but I'm also not going to hold your hand when I say this. There will eventually become a time in your late 40s, your 50s and beyond when you literally will not physically be able to wear heels. Your feet just will not be able to withstand wearing high heels for long periods of time. Your only option for footwear will be sneakers, flats, and kitten heels. So why are you rushing to wear the kitten heels now when you're 25, 29, 32, 35? You have time, babe. Wear the high heels now while you can. What's going to happen is you're going to look back 20 and 30 years from now. You're going to look back at your prime years in your 20s and your 30s and maybe even your early 40s. And you'll be like, dang, why was I dressing like a 50-year-old middle-aged woman when I was 20? Why didn't I just wear the sexy heel? Why didn't I just wear the cunty platform? Why didn't I just wear the skin tight dresses and really celebrate and accentuate my shape while I had it, while my body was tea? You're gonna regret it. The biggest part of that 2010s pop star high glam aesthetic that I keep referencing were the heels. Like when you think back on like Black China and Amber Rose and how they used to wear those super tall platform Louboutins, or how Giuseppe literally used to run that entire era from like 2010 to 2017 with their iconic, I want to say it's called the Cruel heel with the wings, like you know exactly what I'm talking about. That's what we need to be given. Like that's that super ultra sexy high glam aesthetic, very feminine, very put together top to bottom. Like those are the heels that we need to be wearing. I get that they're uncomfortable, babe, but beauty is pain. You can withstand the pain a little bit for the 2-3 hours that you at the club and go home or get in the car and put in your slides, but we have to serve the look, ladies. We have to get back to prioritizing sexy, prioritizing being glam. Because otherwise, like, what are the future girls? The girls that are little girls right now, and they look back on this era and they want to be inspired just like we're inspired by the girls from the early 2000s and the 90s. What are they going to say about us? We have to give it. I've even noticed that Giuseppe has started to go back into their archive to recreate some of those iconic heels, like that fishbone heel that I absolutely love. Louboutin has really been in their bag with some of their latest designs, like that ballet leg warmer heel. Oh girl, I saw it on Neiman Marcus website. I really want to go into the Louboutin store. They have one downtown here in Chicago and just like try it on. Shopping should really feel like you're curating your ultimate archive. When you are 50, 60, 70 and you look back on your prime years, or just like every decade of your life, you want to create an archive that feels so special, that feels so representative of who you were at that point in time. Even if you don't want to have children and you don't want to like pass things down to like your kids or your nieces or whatever, it's for you. Think of it as like a photo album of like who you were for every decade of your life. You want to give high glam, you want to give sexy, and you can't do that with kitten heels and athleisure sets. Like you just, like when I think about Drea Michelle's closet, I'm sure she got stuff from 2012 that went viral on Instagram. Like you want to have those pieces. You want to curate your own little museum of just bold statement, sexy, cunty pieces that really are representative of the woman that you are and everything that you are right now. Let's talk about where to shop. So like I said, Louboutin has some great current styles on the website right now for just like very cute statement heels. Giuseppe has been reviving some of their like iconic archival pieces when it comes to shoes, but also a newer luxury brand that has been on my radar and is actually a part of the CFDA is a brand called Ruthie Davis. If you are like a girl that's into that super high platform heel, You are going to love this brand. And what I love about this brand is like they've taken the idea of a pleaser and kind of made it more modern and just a lot more fashion forward than just like a stripper shoe, but looks like something that's very high fashion that you can really use to elevate your outfits, whether you're going to the club, whether you're going to like a cocktail event, even if you're just dressing up something casual for like streetwear, but you want to really take it up a notch. I think Ruthie Davis has some great iconic classic styles on their website that you'll love. And honestly, for a luxury brand, I think it's very well priced. I think one of their most popular styles is like $600, but you know, I work in for a luxury brand, and most of the shoes start at like $1,200 now. So $600, like literally half the price for a luxury heel brand. If you want some less expensive alternatives, if you know, baby, Jeffrey Campbell is one of my absolute favorite brands for footwear. The price is just affordable for the type of designs that they create. They're very unique, but it's just my favorite go-to for statement heels. Like when I want a cunty heel, go to Jeffrey Campbell. If you want a heel that you're not going to see a lot of other people in, go to Jeffrey Campbell. Lastly, a brand that I've been seeing is called Gianni Bini. I want to say that it's exclusively sold through Dillard's though, so you will have to buy it online at Dillard's, or if you live in a region that has Dillard's. We don't have Dillard's in Chicago, but you have to look through it a bit. But I found a few styles that I felt like were super cunt, but they're very inexpensive, like maybe $120 for a heel, which I feel like is like an entry price point for like a decent quality heel, you know. Okay girl, so that is the end of our spring summer 2026 trends video. If you really like this video, please do me a huge favor and like, comment, and subscribe. I think I'm at 75 subscribers right now. I'm trying to get to 1,000 so that I can monetize and officially make YouTube my primary platform for social media. And if you love this video, you like, girl, oh my gosh, I learned so much, I'm so inspired, please do me a favor and just like repost it, share it with your friends, send it as a text, share it to your Instagram story, snippet your favorite part and post it on TikTok and tag me. I don't care. But I just really appreciate you watching this video to the end, and let me know what you want to see from me next. Do you want to see me style some of these trends? Do you want to see me do like tutorials for editorial glam or colorful glam? Like, let me know what you want to see from me and I got you 100%. See you in the next video.